Morning, you guys. Tracy will be right back in. She is having she's having trouble with her microphone. She could hear me, but I couldn't hear her. So she's going to be here. Um, hey, Denise and Raven, good morning. And Misha. Misha's my wild child, you guys. Ever since I first talked to Misha and then got to see Misha. Oh, Misha, you my wild child. Denise, she must be feeling better because she's going to jump back on in just a minute. I titled to you guys. I'm struggling. Okay, I still have you guys long hair problems, but there she is. Let's see.
Now can you hear me?
Say something.
Now can you hear me?
No. Can you? All right, wait. Can you guys hear Tracy, or is it just me? Let me see something, Tracy.
Now can you hear me? Now can you hear me?
All right, Tracy. Let me see if I can do something from my end. No, it's just for mine. What
Can
in the
you hear
world?
me?
Do you have earbuds? Oh, wait, they can hear you. Let me go out and come back in.
Okay.
They can hear you. So,
all right.
let me take myself out.
I am doing pretty good, Denise. I feel much better today. Much better. Much better. I don't know what was going on with my sciatic nerve yesterday, but it was not liking me at all.
Now say something, Tracy.
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Gosh. Oh my God.
What? What?
Do I computer was muted.
Oh, you're so silly.
My computer was muted, you guys. Oh my gosh.
No wonder you couldn't hear me. Okay, I'm going to sing to Denise, Misha, and Raven. Good morning,
Okay.
Denise and Misha and Raven. Good morning, Denise and Misha and Raven. You're so silly.
Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed, you guys.
All right. It's so chilly up here this morning. I'm not joking. I am chilly.
I have on another one of my shirts. I think this was Taylor's and his daughter. So you guys, I said it was going to be. But did I say no?
No devil in the machine.
And
my house smells good, you guys. I cannot even begin to tell you. I started last night sorting dry beans and soaking them. And I have started with 4 pounds of dried beans, and I have a humongous pan I mean, large pan in my oven with homemade baked beans baking. They've been baking for an hour and a half now, and they smell so good. Good
I
morning,
just got me my
Hattie.
head.
Good morning to you. Good morning to Hattie. Good morning to you. But they have to bake for 6 hours, so
Good morning to Hattie.
the wedding is Saturday, so I'm making them today, and then I will put them in the fridge, and then Saturday before the wedding I will warm them up because I need a day to rest because I've been up since 3:30 this morning working on these beans.
So, what kind of is it going to be? An outside wedding or what
Mm,
kind of?
it's at a park, but it's in the pavilion at a park.
Yeah.
But it's still, I'm afraid that if it's cold, it's going to be chilly. Like, I'm going to definitely take a sweater, and
Oh yeah.
if it's too cold, Mama won't be staying too long. Not that I'm real thrilled about this wedding anyway, I will say. I love my son, I do. But when you're 33 years old and you're getting married for the third time, you need to take a step back and think about what love really means to you, that you think you're in love and you want to be married.
Yeah, I have relatives that she was married about, I think, 3 times before she was 30. Then she was married to third husband, oh my gosh, for 20 something years. Well, Tiffany, my daughter is 34, so at least um, almost 30 years maybe. She was
Yeah.
married to the same one and now they're divorced.
Oh, geez. I've been married to the same man since the first time I got married.
Well,
And you just married the wrong one first, that's all.
yeah,
What, you wouldn't have Tiffany, and you wouldn't give up Tiffany, even
nope.
with all the trouble she gives you, you still wouldn't give her up. So, you know,
But I can
there
still
was a
say,
reason that you married your first husband.
I can still say that I've only been married to one man
Yeah.
because the first one wasn't, he was, well, heck, had I met Keevan during that time, Keevan was, he was sowing some mighty crazy oats at the time. So I think in the early 20s, guys aren't, they don't think like women in their early 20s. If a woman's ready to get married and settle down, she's all in it. But if a man gets married a lot of times, some of them, they might just be getting married because they feel I don't know. Mine said he married me because he's excited that his team won the football game. I think he was I don't know if he's for Auburn or Alabama. Shows you how much I remember him. But yeah, he was excited about the football game. So
My son is one of those people. He's very codependent. I feel like he just feels like he needs to be with somebody. And I wish. Now, the girl that he's marrying, I did set her down in the early part of the relationship, and he had a very serious talk with her about his codependency. And I said, if you marry him, you make sure he's marrying you for the right reasons. But she's never been married before, and I think I still am not sure. I'm just going to pray and pray and pray that this is the right thing for them to do.
that's great, Denise.
That's
Denise.
awesome. Right now I've been married 30 years, 30.
And I've been with Keevan 33. I will say we lived together 9 months before I married him. So, I mean, I went straight from my first one, met Keevan like, oh my gosh. I was introduced to him and his girlfriend, fiance. And then he moved back at his mama's, and my ex-husband left on Father's Day. And that Monday morning, I went and filed for divorce. And me and Kevin, I think our first date, and it wasn't really, we didn't consider the date, was July 4th. MawMaw, they used to go cook out up at the lake, and I mean, she would cook so much food. So we rode together up to the lake. Good morning, Perlini.
Good morning, Pearlini. Good morning to you. Good morning, Pearlini. Good morning to you.
But yeah, after my first one telling me nobody would have me, nobody would want me, nobody, look in the mirror, would you want to be seen with that? All the kind of junk, that he said.
Mm-hmm.
And after third time in 2.5 years that he walked out, I told him, I said, the next time you walk out that door, I'll get me a lawyer. There'll be divorce papers. And that day I remember him packing his stuff, and all he wanted to know was about the TV. I said, you don't have the TV.
Take the dang TV.
Yeah. I said, I don't watch TV anyway. I don't need the payments. And what was so funny, when we got the TV, we went to get a bed, but we ended up getting the TV. But and I told him, I said, if you walk out that door, there won't be no coming back. You will see divorce papers. And he walked out anyway. He went to his mama's. His buddy was there, went to his mama's. I come up here to see MawMaw. I was a hot crying mess. I won't lie. I mean, not both my parents were married.
Well, you don't expect when you get married, like you said, especially a woman, when a woman gets married, she doesn't expect to get a divorce.
Yeah.
When we say till death do us part, most women mean it.
Well, the thing with me, I met him in October. I met him on my birthday, in fact, October 10th. January 13th, we was married. Good morning, Sharon.
Good morning to Sharon. Good morning to you. Good morning to Sharon. Good morning to you.
Now, Sharon, let me think. I met you on Joy's channel. Isn't that correct, Sharon? And you do motivational videos. Am I correct? You guys, there has been a pouring out of new people, and that's such a blessing. And I want to
huge blessing.
Make sure that I have it right. And you guys, I always tell people, sub to each other, show each other love. Oh, good.
That's awesome news, Denise. Good morning to Sandy. Good morning to you. Good morning to Sandy. Good morning to you.
Okay, Sharon. Sharon might have had to say a quick one. She might be headed to work, but I do believe, and if you guys click on Sharon's and check out her page, I do believe that Sharon does
decor, craft, and lots of other stuff.
But I did see you on Joy's show. But Sharon, I think it all goes together. I kind of think it all goes together.
It does.
That's why we like doing art therapy, because everybody finds something that they can do. And
even Traci, who thinks she's not very.
Traci thinks wasn't artistic. Oh my gosh, she knows her colors, and she does the adult coloring books. I can't do them good. And my son, one day we did art therapy. He was in there writing a poem, and it was beautiful. So, motivation, it all goes together. It all goes together, Sharon. And I've noticed on
To
watching
make sure I get Sharon right now.
yeah,
I
I've
got her.
watched other people, and I watched a woman. Ah, look, I've got some more I'm doing. And LizzAnn.
Good morning, LizzAnn. Good morning to you. Good morning, LizzAnn. Good morning to you. See you after breakfast.
And Sharon, I'm going to do one today that is so totally, look, it's going to be out there. That's all I'm going to give away. Tracy need to know. It's going
I
to
will type in the chat and then you will see what my channel's name is. This is my channel. That's my channel, Traci Sikkes / just living my life.
yes, because there's sometimes that when I'm not on, Tracy jumps right in. So there's always a morning show. There's always a morning show. But yeah, Tracy, you'll have to come back tomorrow and see what hat that I wear.
I need a hat today. Look at that.
Oh, tell it. But yeah, I have an assortment of hats that I've got to make. And I think it's not this Monday coming up, but next Monday. So that gives me time to get in there and make some. And if anybody wants one, let me know the colors, and they're going to be what would you I have two of the, what do you call them, Tracy? The hats that
Snapback.
yeah. I've got two of those, and I've got some of the, what are those called, Tracy? The flower, I put the flowers on. Kind of sun
like
hat.
a sun hat. Like a sun hat.
Yeah. So anyway, that's what I'm gonna do. But you guys, I'm excited about the lot that I got from that I'm going to get from Donatello, because Sharon, I'm going to not only make steampunk hats, but I'm going to do corsets to match.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
Because she had this bust. I mean, one of the big, where it's the no head, no arms.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the full size. And I already know how much those things cost. I can't afford them. So I got that and all kind of display things like for my artwork or for hats and all kind of stuff for 40 bucks. When
Wow.
when I saw that, I already was thinking, ooh, shape my corsets on that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I told Keegan, I said, look, baby, if I don't do my hair, can I take the money for something else? He said, it was the very first one, Misha. It was this weekend. So I said, okay, the money I was going to use for my hair, I want to get this. And he said, well, you ain't got to explain it. Just go ahead and bid on it. And they had already passed to another thing. And so, yes, I got it for 40, and that's shipping and everything.
Wow. Good morning to T. Good morning to you. Good morning to T. Good morning to you.
T, I'm explaining the lot that I got from Donatello. I sent her my information, and I keep looking at my PayPal, because I'm like, okay, but I know she's been busy. You guys, she did. No, I'm not a professional either. I just started doing this a few months, doing the hat.
When we started doing Crazy Hat Day.
Yeah, and then Derek said, why don't you make you some hats? Because he liked the silly one I put together. But no, I seen the Easter bonnet that she did for her grandkids. So Tracy, when you go to her
Her channel.
Her channel, you'll see. Yes, and so I think that's what they do on that Derek and them's doing too now is you know shipping. What do they call it? They'll always say such and such ship. So that's included in everything. So T, I threw it out there if you want to jump on. And I'm so glad. Look, I don't know who else is. You guys, I look to the right because my phone. I'm glad, Sharon.
I'm glad that you're enjoying it too. We enjoy doing it. We have a good time. This is our morning therapy.
It really is.
Morning girl talk.
It really is.
Good morning to Pat. Good morning to you. Good morning to Pat. Good morning to you. I'm going to make sure I got you on my to Pat.
And Pat, she does beautiful work too, you guys.
Yep, I'm sub to Pat already.
Yeah, Pat makes beautiful arrangements, and she'll show her table setting. Pat, I'm ashamed. I'd be ashamed to let you see what my kitchen table looks like right now. Woo! I didn't do dishes last night. I think the what do you call it, Traci? It jumped on both of us. Sciatic nerve because
Oh my gosh, that was about to kill me.
yeah, I sat too long yesterday.
You're welcome, Pat.
Oh, I sat too long yesterday, and then I went to the store, and I didn't have to get that much. So I'm like, I'll just go by myself. And I had a little buggy, just a little buggy. And I already had that knot feeling like in my left back. And I already know what that is. That's a disc bulging out. But I had to get dog food, cat food. But look, and water. I didn't do that. I get up to the register, and what I tell them was, I told a friend of mine, I said, look, I need dog food, cat food, and water. I can't do it. So she said, well, let me get somebody that would do it. So I walked back there with them. I apologized to the people behind me. I walked back there with the person, tried to walk real fast, can't walk real fast. And boy, it didn't take him no time. Throw the dog food, throw the cat food, throw the water up there. And then he put all my groceries up. I limped out of the store, you guys, because that kind of nerve had went to the bottom left side of my foot. And it's still sore.
Good morning to Joy. Good morning to you. Good morning to Joy. Good morning to you. Take it away, Darlene.
All right, you guys. This is what I do for joy. Joy to the world, all the boys and girls. Joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea. Joy to you and me, my joy. I can only sing that song to her, you guys. Just me. Just me. Joy, are you at work?
Oh, thank you, Sharon. I've been lately, though, I've been in my brain, I've been thinking of sometimes we can't fake it till we make it, and we just have a bad day, and that's okay too. And so I'm gonna put another video on there about that sometimes you do everything and you try to fake it till you make it, but you just have to have a bad day, and you just have to say, today is a down day, tomorrow I'll get up and start fresh. Yesterday was kind of a down day. My sciatic nerve on my good leg was killing me. So I just kind of chilled yesterday, and today I actually feel much better. Like I said, I've been up since 3:30 working on beans for the wedding.
Yeah. I'm looking. And That foot still hurts, and I'm rubbing it on this ladder, that small ladder that I keep under my
Mhm.
table to prop my feet, because sometimes I might want to bring my knee up, I
Mhm.
lean down, but so that means I have 1, 2, 3 different positions that I can do my legs. But
Joy, my oldest son, is getting married for the third time at 33, which I'm not real thrilled about the fact that it's his third time at 33 years old, but that is a lot of beans, LizzAnn. It's a lot of work. That's why I'm doing them today, because the wedding's Saturday, so I figure 6 hours of baking. I still got 4 hours and 7 minutes in the oven, and then I will put them in the fridge, and Saturday morning before the wedding I will warm them up. But it's just a lot of work because you got to boil them for 2 hours, and then you got to mix in all the molasses and mustard and all that stuff, and dang.
send me a bowl. Sharon, Tracy stepped in for Crazy Hat Day because I didn't get to have it because of MawMaw last week. But you cannot fit in a Velveeta. You guys, this cat is trying to fit in a Velveeta box. Let me show you. Velveeta box.
Cat. Are you kidding me, Cat?
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. No. And you know what? She probably would have fit in it. Casey threw a Totino's box. You know, the little old cheap pizzas? He threw it in the floor to see what she'd do. That cat got in that box.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Crazy cat. Knocked stuff off. I know if I clean off my table, you guys, and when you ask us and so for a cat tried to get in the Velveeta box, Traci, she come on Friday for me, and I was in bed, and this time I did not turn on my cam. It was that bad. So, I did not turn on my cam,
Derek
but
came on and helped me up.
I wanted to be. Oh, I wanted to be on. I had missed it, so I had the icon with the. That's just how it ended up being. I found that one online. Girl, you just don't know. If you hear me hollering at somebody, it's usually my puppy. Oh, I'm scared because this is what I found in the bed. Oh, whew, okay. I thought it was a mattress. I can't see that good. When I thought I saw a tag from a mattress earlier, I had to run in my bedroom and look to
You
see if
thought Bailey was chewing up at things again, huh?
I had to go see if she done tore something on my mattress. It's from a towel. She's got
Oh,
a
jeez.
towel.
Okay, Sharon, we appreciate that you stopped by.
I appreciate you, Sharon, my new friend. You are family now.
Stop by anytime.
You are family. Just come on in.
I got you. I'm going to check out your channel a little bit later today. I made sure I got you.
That's why I said I have met, and I have such a rounded group that I like to go in. And that's just like, I got to go back and check out my friends, McClendon Homestead. I haven't, I've popped in, but I haven't got to stay and watch, or to let them know I've jumped in and out. And then there's there's a couple that are RVing across the country, but not just.
Oh, yeah. I love them.
Oh, they're like, they go even, what, they were in, not England, they go like across the country. Was it, gosh, I'm trying to think. They were in not the UK. It might have been Scotland, some different Australia or somewhere, and I thought that's where they were from. No, when I went to their page, when I they subbed to me and I subbed back and I went to their page and looked at some of their things. They started over here. They retired, got started doing the RV life. Oh, thank you. I love chickens and roosters and stuff. I love girl, my whole kitchen's chicken stuff. It's been that way for I don't know how long. I've always loved chickens because my grandmama. So I'm looking around. I'm like, well, if somebody was afraid of chickens, they'd pass out in here. And it's not. Look, they go from my kitchen, my craft room, my bedroom, and the front porch. So out in the yard.
Chicken.
Yeah, I even got one that's stuck in the ground. That some people call it black iron. I call it wrought iron. Yeah. And then when one gets broke, I said that's fine. We don't have to see its butt. It's fine right out there in those bushes. See, I would have loved to have been on a farm. I would love to, I still want to.
Yeah, like Darlene B, when she comes on, then she's got to go out to the farm, and it's like, man.
But
that's a lot of work that you and I could not do. What Darlene B does.
Do I what? Do I raise them? No. Keegan's talking about getting us some chickens, and I mean, there's a perfect place to put them, but we just need to wait a little while. And another thing, I want me and him to be able to go somewhere, It's a lot easier if I ask Casey if he'll take care of Bailey, but to ask, well, and then we have the big dog he feeds, well, can you do the chickens too? And can you, it's. So, but no, that's a lot of work. What Darlene B does.
Yeah, it is. It is a lot of work.
You can see go to Darlene's page and you'll see.
You'll see all this stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See Norgus, the little red hen.
Yeah, the little red hen has my name. And then you'll see her husband. There's a video of her husband riding on one of their horses. Oh, Denise has real chickens.
Fresh eggs every day.
I'm reading chat to the right of me.
Yeah, that's just it, Perlini. Pets are nice, but then you need someone to take care of them. My aunt has my husband, which is nice. Whenever she goes on vacation or which usually she goes with my aunt and uncle, which is the brother that's the closest in age to her, they'll go on vacation together. Their uncle or Aunt Karen, their kids are all grown. So they take Aunt Joyce along and they go on a vacation. They get along well, so it works really well. Or she'll take a vacation, take time away and just go over and stay at their house just to get out of Dodge and get some relaxation time. And Ryan is always there to stop by and feed her cat. She used to have 2 cats, but now she's down to 1. But good morning, Darlene B. Good morning to you. Good morning, Darlene B. Good morning to you. We've been talking about you, Darlene.
We sure have. Oh, I forget, Lynn, that you don't do Facebook, and it's on her Facebook. That's what it is. Misha, when I get my blessing, and that's what I call it, we're going to get something. It does not have to be elaborate. we are going to get something that we can take to the lake, because Lake West Point, the lake in on Georgia side, and there's on Alabama side, is the lake around here is huge. And like I've said before, people come from all over the place to do bass fishing. So, but they have some real nice campgrounds. And even though, like, well, right here, we have camped for a week, and I would go on to work and come back, and it would be so nice, you know. But and I used to put in my time rolled around in September, so I'd make sure a week of that me and Kevin could go camping, because we had a big school bus. I mean, a big school bus we redid, and it was so nice. And even though Kevin that week had to go to work, it was so nice to be. And where we would get would be like kind of by ourselves a spot, and it's so relaxing, and I miss that. So we do have a couple of real pretty campgrounds.
It's nice to just get out of the house.
Yes.
Especially when you're like us and you're just pretty much home all the time, it's nice to just get out of the house.
Yep. Now Kevin loves to fish. I'm not a great fisher, but I get so excited. Look, my husband laughs at me whenever I do catch one, because I get so excited. And so it's just the fact of sitting by a fire, and we could take Pup with us. I mean, Bailey is getting more and more mindful, so we'll just throw her in there with us like we used to our Jack Russell when we had her.
Yeah.
And my kids remember going camping with us. And you know what? That bus, they could bring any of their friends, and they could sleep wherever they wanted. It had two places, like two twin beds, and then at the very back was our king size bed. And it had a full size refrigerator. It had a long picnic table, and that had, microwave. And I know you guys think that ain't real camping, but I don't care. Coffee smells good. It doesn't matter. Even if you hook up one, as long as it's outside and you smell the fresh air, and you smell that coffee. And then I take the griddle, keep the griddle outside, throw some bacon. Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah. Nothing like bacon cooking outside. Oh my goodness. That's when we go up to Wright's brother. When we go up to Wright's brother's cabin, that's what I take electric skillet and cook breakfast in the electric skillet outside.
Yep.
I love that.
Yep. So
yeah, I don't know what it is either, Misha, but man, that camp and breakfast are the bomb.
yeah, I mean, even if you don't do nothing but flip some bacon and drink some coffee. I don't know what it is about bacon and coffee outside. But you guys continue to pray for me, and I keep calling it my blessing. And
it's coming when your court date. It's coming.
And me and Keelan aren't the type that want to go. I mean, we would love to have the money to go to the mountains and do stuff like that, but we're okay to just go to the local lake that's 5 or 10 minutes from our house. So that's fine. And we see deer here all the time in our yard. They just walk even during business time. The trucks coming in and out across the street, but they just walk around our yard like it's nobody's business. But it's different when you're up at the lake, and it's just you're relaxed, and you see the doves, you see the deer walking around, and it's just a whole different feeling.
It is, and that's just a big thing about just not being at home. Being away from home always feels good.
And I need to do some I need to start doing some serious training with this and right here so she'll mind, because I don't want to always have to keep her on the leash.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, grits, eggs, bacon, toast, and coffee. Yep, that's what I
Yeah.
want to do.
Oh, that sounds so good.
And I want her to be able to go with us like our Jack Russell did. And most people, what I read about Jack Russell's is, they're so wild and all that. But my baby, she was such a good dog. She just never had to be on the leash. She stayed right with me. She did just what I told her to do, except when it comes time to do her toenails, and then she'd bite at me. But other than that, but this one still has puppy in her. But MawMaw's been having home health come in, so there's been 2 new people I'd never seen before has come in,
Yeah.
and they just, commented on how well behaved Bailey is.
That's good.
Of course, Bailey wants attention, but as soon as they come in, she just flops down, and shows her tummy. And I think that's the sign of submission, And
Mm-hmm.
no, I haven't, but I need to. Yes, I do. I do need to put a harness on her, so that way she knows not to just do. She's still yeah, she's strong too, and she's going to get stronger as she gets older. So,
Yeah, she's built like a tank.
she really is. And it's so funny. I rubbed Keegan's arm, and boy, last night she was just barking at us because I said, "Oh, my daddy," and oh goodness, she bared those teeth, and she's like, "Arr, arr, arr."
That's what I was like the other, that's been a couple weeks ago now. I was giving, my grandson and his mama live around the corner from where Jimmy moved in the same trailer park. So they'll go for a walk at night, the new baby and her husband and my grandson and my ex-daughter-in-law, they'll go for a walk in the evening and they'll walk over. And because they've got 2 dogs. And the dog that Dawn has had since when her and my son were married, Lacey, of course, she knows who Nana is and she's good with that. But Thor, which is Zach's dog, oh my goodness, I was trying to give Callan hugs and I had him in front of me and I was hugging him and I was kissing the back of his neck. That dog would get her head right in between my face and the back of his neck. Like, you are not kissing my boy. Like, yes, I am. That's my grandbaby and I will kiss him all I want.
Hello.
Hi, LizzAnn.
I had such trouble getting on here. I don't know what the deal is.
That's
But I prayed
crazy.
about it, and God broke through for me.
We've had a little troubles this morning so far, but we're getting there.
Good deal. It looks like you're feeling a little better today, Traci.
I am feeling way better.
I'm happy
Way
to.
better. My hip is definitely feeling much better this morning. So
Oh, that's great. That's
yeah.
great.
I gotta sing to John. Good morning to John. Good morning to you. Good morning to John. Good morning to you.
So,
Darlene, you're looking
John,
right, Chipper.
you're in Virginia. What's the weather like? Because you seem like you are kind of like in the you're not in town, are you? Aren't you kind of like have a lot of trees and stuff around you? Uh-oh.
Denise is saying love and hugs to you. Denise Canes to you, LizzAnn. I'm gonna get a refill. I'll be right back.
Thank you, Denise. Love and hugs to you too.
The main thing with us here now, it's a nice day out there right now, and it's okay to sit on our porch for a little while. But the big thing right now is the pollen count. It is so high. What's wrong? All right, what's wrong with your chat? Um, Joy, you know what? There's been a lot of problems with StreamYard with the chats. Mine was acting crazy one day to where it wasn't scrolling down. It just was getting stuck. And I would have to look at my phone to even see the chats. Then I watched T and Donatella, and they were having the same issues. So there's something going on, but
yeah, they're trying to make it better.
Yeah, they're working on it.
Yeah, they're new. I mean, all of this had to be thrown out there real quick, so I'm not complaining. I mean, do I
No,
miss?
we're thankful at this
Yeah.
point.
Yes, we
'Cause
are.
when Hangouts went away, boom,
Yeah,
we wouldn't be able to do this.
yeah.
Did I tell you about the Kroger incident? Did I even say that this morning? Heck, I might have been on mute.
The truth is on. Let me sing to the truth real quick. Good morning, the truth. Good morning to you. Good morning, the truth. Good morning to you.
Morning. Good morning, everyone.
I called Kevin before I left to go get me some tea from Sonic, and I'm glad I did because he said you're gonna have to go around the block. We've got the road shut off. They're doing some kind of maintenance stuff on this road of our road. So I went around the block. I don't know what I'm thinking. Sonic is at the end of we go to the very end of our little old road, take a right. Well, Domino's is on the right. Then you have Sonic. I don't know why. And then, I cross the little bridge and then I go into the Kroger parking lot. I'm like, does my car just naturally think Kroger and just drive on its
Yeah.
own? So I had to U-turn, turn on around, and then go right back over that little small bridge because there's railroad track up under it. And went to Sonic to get my tea. And you guys, I'm cheap. I'm telling you. I get unsweet tea, no ice, and then a cup of ice. And I drink on this tea all day. I mean, and that the woman, the manager told me, I was telling her about it, and she laughed because she said she lives in LaGrange, is probably 15 minutes down in Georgia, like across the Georgia-Alabama bridge. Then Opelika is about 15 minutes. So we're like midways. But she says she worked for so many years as a manager at a Checkers, which is a hamburger place.
Mm-hmm.
She worked there so long that now that she works here at our Sonic as a manager, one day she was just headed down the road and we got laughing about it. And, and somehow it come around that now she has both of her grandkids to keep them out of DFACs. And, when she was telling me that, she said, so right now I'm just scrambled, and I told her, I said, well, I understand. And I just shared a little, I said, well, mine went to their dads. So I said, I understand. So here's this woman now having to work even harder because she's having to take care of her grandkids. Darling B, it's always good. It's always good.
Yeah, it was all good. We were talking about how hard you work and everything on the farm, and
yeah. Well, this morning I lost track of time and we completely missed the bus.
uh-oh.
Oh no.
Well, I was talking with my daughter, and she was showing me some stuff, and yeah, I don't know what happened, but next thing I know, I'm looking down at my clock, and it says 7:07. And I thought, uh-oh, I think we missed the bus. So I walked out. Lately, they've been in the morning. They pick her up on her driveway, at her driveway now. So I walk out to the end of the driveway, and I'm not seeing the bus, and I'm not hearing the kids down the street at about a block away, killing time. I'm like, uh-oh, I think we missed the bus.
Uh-oh.
So we waited for a little while longer, and I looked at Sally, and she looked at me, and she says, yeah, I think we missed the bus. So I had to pile both of them in the car and bring her to her school, and then drop him off at his school, because there wasn't enough time to go back by the house and pick him up, let him lounge or anything. I said, okay, you got a choice: stay here and be a little bit later than usual, or ride with me and get dropped off close to your normal time. So he chose to ride with me. I thought, good choice in my head, but I didn't say anything. I said, okay. I just let him think he decided. But man, that was something else. I thought, how in the world did I let that happen?
I know.
I know what it is. I know what it is. I was distracted by what we were talking about, and she was showing me. I've got 182 subs, I think it is, right now, and I want to do a thank you giveaway kind of thing, for the subscriber deal. And she had told me that she says, "Oh, I've got something. I probably have something that I can contribute to that to help you out." And I said, "Oh, that would be nice. Thank you." She's an artist also, and one of her ways of expressing it is making jewelry and pendants and key fobs out of polymer clay. She's a polymer clay sculptor.
Oh, cool.
And so she has this one thing that I don't think it's unique to her, but she has her way of doing it. It's called a dragon's eye. And she is donating one of those to my giveaway. So I don't know what else I'm going to have for that, but I'm screaming up on 200 fast. I can't believe how much has happened in the last couple of weeks. It's just been boom, 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 moving up. I don't know. I had 184 subscribers, but YouTube took 2 back. I don't know, or somebody or 2 people changed their mind or whatever. They changed their mind. That's fine.
Yeah, I think it tends to fluctuate a little bit back and forth. YouTube, if they don't come in and watch a video, then they knock them off. And
yeah, because I was subscribed to you, and whenever I was trying to get on your live the other day, I'm looking through my subscriptions, looking for you, and I'm like, where the heck? It's live. She's got to be up in the first 2 or 3 on my subscription list, because that's where all the lives go. And I thought, well, what the heck? So I go to
Traci has 2.
well, I look you up. I just searched for your name, and it came up, and I was not subscribed to you, and I thought, well, what the heck? I thought I subscribed to her. So
because
anyway,
Traci, she has 2 channels.
Oh, she does now.
But I'm using this one that I got on. This is the one that I use all the time now.
Okay,
Good morning, so it's the same name.
Because I had like all kind of crazy stuff going on there for a minute. Good morning, Letitia.
Oh, okay.
Good morning to you. Good morning, Letitia. Good morning to you.
Joy,
So
did you see John call you Hollywood? That's so funny.
That's so cute.
Good morning, Ricardo.
Good morning, Ricardo. Good morning to you. Good morning, Ricardo. Good morning to you.
Morning.
You guys, I know yesterday, I'd come a few weeks ago and said there's going to be a set way that I would do the show, and just women on all days except Tuesdays and Fridays. But I think sometimes, God had he'll say, wait a minute, if you say I'm in control, this is what we're going to do. Because for some reason, there was, I guess there had to be, for Matt to come on when he did, and had a lot to say, and it helped me share some stuff. And of all days, like Angie came in, and Angie been knowing him forever, and so they got to talk, and the topic, we got on about families, and it really touched base with me and with him and others in the chat,
Cool.
So I think sometimes I have to, still let God be in control, because he's not going to knock me upside the head. And if something if it benefits somebody, then God was in it. And and it did help me to share, some thoughts. And so today I thought, I'm not going to be themey. Today is going to just be, let's just get together and just talk. And if Traci falls asleep, that's okay. She can get a because she's been up with the beans.
Yeah, dang beans. That's what I said to you. My future daughter-in-law, I said, oh, Donatella. Good morning, Donatella. Good morning to you. Good morning, Donatella. Good morning to you.
I've been talking about you, Donna.
I got up so dang early. I got up when Ryan's alarm went off. That's what time he's been getting up this week, because he's had to go in early. So I figured, well, I'd just get up and get him going, because I knew it would take all day. And that's what I said to my future daughter-in-law. I was like, this is not drop a can of beans in a pan and doctor them up a little bit. This is like real stuff. This is my grandpa's recipe. My grandpa used to make these for every holiday stuff. And
this is from scratch.
They're good. Yeah, they're from scratch, really from scratch.
Donatella, I was talking about what I won, what I got at your auction, and I hope you got my email. But I know the weather and everything threw a wrench, and I know you're tired, because I clicked on like yesterday where I saw you was going to do an auction, and then UNT, you said there's just too much going on. But I'm so excited. You don't realize that lot of the props, I guess you'd call them, is not props, but what would you call it, LizzAnn, when you show something?
Display.
Display. The display. I got the display lot. Oh.
We'll be praying for you, Donatella.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, like I tell, I'm gonna tell you same thing, Donna, that I tell Derek. You can't stretch yourself too thin, but I do understand your situation. I really do. And so I pray, because like my husband, he's overworked, but I'm not bringing in money, and he just works real hard, and so I understand. So we're gonna pray for you. You got to get to feeling better.
Got to take care of yourself. Burn the candle.
I'm reading the chat, you guys, from the right side. There. Oh.
Man. That's sad.
I wish I could have, But you know what? God knows. He has his timing for all things, because had I, when I was taken out of work, if my long-term, short-term disability had paid like they should have, I don't think I would have met all of you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I would be live on the computer. I would have been making things and doing my artwork and stuff like that, but I wouldn't have, I don't think we would have been here. I don't think, Casey,
Oh my goodness.
all things are in God's time and for his reason.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my.
And
Well, ladies,
so,
I'm gonna have to cut out until I get home.
Okay.
So,
all
see
right, love you.
y'all later. I love everybody. God bless everybody's day. See y'all tomorrow.
But I got thinking about it when I heard about my grandkids or my granddaughter. Well, she could have come here, but I don't know. I go Wednesday. I don't know what my doctor's gonna say. I
Right.
don't know what he's gonna do,
And you
because
don't need, if you would have taken her in, that could hurt you in court.
yeah.
Like if you
Oh,
can
I
do
didn't even
that,
think about that. I mean,
they must say, if you can do that, then why are we here?
I didn't even think of it in that terms. But I did think, well, what good would I been? Because if I have bulging disc out and I have a bulging disc that's bulging in, compressing my spinal column, if I have to have surgery, what good would I have been as a nanny
Mm-hmm.
for her to play and to interact?
Yep.
I mean, there have been times that she would stay with me and I'd be hurting so bad, and I'd tell her, okay, we're going to be in bed today. And me let her eat cookies, and me and her had cookies for breakfast one morning. I said, girl, we just going to sit here. Shh, don't tell nobody. We're going to have cookies in bed. And I mean, I got out the cookies and she sniggled and we laughed, and she thinks it was funny to get on Papa's side.
Mm-hmm.
And she'd say, Nanny, I got Papa's spot. I said, yes, you do. I said, but we better put
It's so funny that kids are like that. The kids are like that. My grandkids are the same way. Like if we go to watch a movie or something in my room, they're like, I get to lay in Papa's spot.
Well, one time when they were here, my grandson Joey, which he's so big now, he was laying over there by me, and he's always liked me to rub his head.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was laying to where I could rub his head with my, and watch TV. And so Brianna, because her mom was here too, she was in there with Casey watching the movie in bed with him. And Brianna come in there, she scrunched up her face. She said, Toot, you got what you bought. You got my bot. Oh, I'm telling Mama. I'm telling Mama. So we laughed about it, and that made her madder. And she did. We could march in there and tell her mama, Toot got my spot. He got my spot. So of course Keaton said, come on, you can get up here with Pawpaw. Come on. So we got her up there, and then she went back in there for something, and she come in there telling on her mama, Nanny, Mama won't let me. I forget what. I could hear her in there fussing about it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I guess that started being her spot, Yeah. And, but it's gonna, like I say, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. God knows what my body's doing, and I told Casey as soon as September 11th, which is my grandmother. I know 9/11 is one thing, but 9/11 is also my grandmother's birthday. Would have been. So I go to the doctor. Casey will be taking me. I'll find out what's what.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't know what they're going to do, it has to be much. It's much worse than it was when I seen that group of doctors 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And my weight's pretty much the same as it was 4 years ago. And I told Casey, he said once we get situated, he'll he'll be able to start back work if something's really bothering him. And Kevin don't understand it, and MawMaw doesn't understand why it bothers him. But I said, well, you don't understand. If society people are telling you, well, why don't you get a job? Why don't you help out? Why aren't you doing this or that?
Mm-hmm.
You guys, it's not always easy because he's the one. What do you call first responder? He's the one if MawMaw falls. Or he's the one that if I fall, he's the first responder. And he
Right.
has been the first responder here. It just happened a couple of weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago, when MawMaw fell in her bedroom. And, the gate was closed. It kept Glory in. And, of course, Casey had to try to climb over that. And it was in a confined area. And MawMaw's knees gave out one day, and that it's a personal thing, but her knees, she couldn't get up. She was in a compromised position and embarrassing for her. And I mean, it was Casey that had to bear the weight, to help her stand up.
Mm-hmm.
So, if he had been working, he would have had to stop and help, start
Right.
over.
Right.
So he said, when I get you and MawMaw, when you and MawMaw are okay, I'm gonna get me a job, which is still at home. And I said, well, yes, he does. And Lynn knows. Lynn's been here forever with us. He is. And it kind of builds up. He's like me. It builds up on a person.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I told MawMaw yesterday, and I told his dad. That's why I had to blot out everything yesterday when we had traffic at a certain time in here, and I just said we'll talk about this later. But I said you guys don't understand. I said at all different angles that Casey's being told stuff, and then you keep it pushed down. And then it doesn't take but one more person, a nurse, to say, well, why don't he work? Why doesn't he help out financially? And it doesn't take much,
Because he helps physically and emotionally, and you guys need somebody there. When my grandma was elderly, she lived in town here, but if she fell down, she would have whoever was there call my youngest son Jimmy, because Jimmy's a big brute. He's 6'2", and he's a big guy, and he could just bend down and lift her up in one motion, and it didn't hurt her as bad. And so she always wanted Jimmy to come and help her up. So as long as she wasn't, like laying on an arm, or they'd get her comfortable and wait for Jimmy to get there. Jimmy'd go all the time. Jimmy was the one, jump in the car, run over to grandma's, help grandma get up.
But Casey has, I think, all right, people don't think men are, well, they don't like to diagnose men with fibro. I don't know why they think it's only a woman's thing. But the same guy that I used to do conferences, I would do his conferences.
Mm-hmm.
He had the same neck surgery that I had. and he was diagnosed with fibro, you know, and I really think some of the same pressure points that Casey has. And he's had a shoulder problem since he was in school. I mean, it just sounds grainy when he, does it.
Mm-hmm.
And, so he's had shoulder problems for, like I said, since high school. And it pulled the last time he did help her up. And like you said, do the whole in one motion pull up. It pulled his muscle. And, he hurt for days. He didn't say anything.
No, he wouldn't, because he would do it again 100 times.
Yeah.
That's his mama.
And so that's something that other family members outside of the house don't get. They don't.
They don't understand.
Yeah. But yeah, whatever the outcome is of Wednesday, we'll see. And I'm reading the chat. Well, first, Leticia, yes, she is very creative. And OG or OC or OG. I have a new friend. She came on here yesterday. But I love to watch hers because she decorates, and you guys, I know it's all over the world. I mean, I'm going around, but that's why today is just, I guess, girl chit chatting around my table. And but
I need to go. I'm gonna mute. I need to go zhuzh those beans a minute.
Okay,
Right back.
Some more coffee.
Yeah.
But yeah, she did the dollar. She went to Dollar Tree and she did the Halloween arrangement that was so cute. And let me see. Yeah, Leticia, the Pat does beautiful work. All right, Denise, I'm reading yours about autistic. Yes. My granddaughter loves her back. She'd like me to lightly scratch her back. Well, my grandson would, but I didn't do it like mama. And that was one of the things that my daughter always wanted, like her back scratched. And I had a brother, my oldest brother, when she was real little, he would scratch her back and she'd fall asleep. So she always liked her back scratched a certain way. And my daughter has hands like my grandmother, called them pin. Her fingers are so long and her hands so pretty. And when she'd have nails, they'd be even prettier. But she had such a light way of scratching. My husband would tell her, "Scratch my back, Susie," and she would, scratch his back. Well, I guess I scratched too hard because my grandson one time said, "Scratch my back, Nanny," and I scratched, and he said, "Oh, Nanny, no." He said, "Scratch my head." So I would run my fingers through his hair.
Oh.
But it's so strange because a lot of autistic kids don't want. I say because I only know one, but you see movies and stuff showing none of them want interaction or touch. But a friend of mine has two twins, and well, she has a set of twins. One of them's autistic, and he's the one that would run up and just grab me around my waist and give me hugs. So I thought it was the other son that was that way. And she said no. And I said, "Oh, okay. Well, then he loves hugs and he loves interaction." We would try.
I'm pounding down some donuts. It smells so dang good in my house. I got to eat something.
We will try, John. We're going to make it a great day and do a lot of smiles. And thank you for stopping in. And your little girl, I swear. I came across, I was looking through pictures and I looked at her picture again and it just touches my heart to see her looking like LizzAnn with her hair.
Hold her on her head.
I love that picture, John. And I am so glad I met you because you are so funny. You are silly and you are so funny. Tracy, I mean, not Tracy, go get you some coffee, girl. Oh, you guys, I don't need to go to the store when I hadn't eaten. And I start feeling like I want everything, but all I want is the sweet stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Candy corn's out, but
What?
candy corn's out, but everybody doesn't do candy corn like Brock's. You know, it's the name
Right.
brand. So I always remembered it tasting kind of a buttery sweet, you know. No, I don't know why I kept eating it. The more I ate, I'm like, this doesn't taste like what I'm used to. And I ate some more. And I'm like, this just that I don't know why I didn't stop myself. Oh, I got so nauseous. No, that candy corn does not taste like what I like. So, but it didn't help, you guys, that I bought some cookies. Everything I bought was sweet. Um, I bought a little.
Right buys these little Hostess donuts in the morning, and he eats them on his way to work. And there's one pack left, and I just stole them. I won't be able to eat the whole pack though, so he'll be able to.
I done grabbed a little Debbie's box of the little strawberry swirl,
Uh-huh.
threw that in the buggy. I mean, of course, I was getting stuff for supper. I did baked beans, and they weren't homemade bushes; they were bushes. But I did add some brown sugar. I did add the cut up a whole bell pepper, and then bake them. So I did do that. Um, did some rotel dip and hot dogs. And I was able to eat a hot dog last night, you guys. I sure did. And I know that might not sound like much to anybody, but it was so good.
Yeah, I have a really hard time with hot dogs.
And see, I can eat hot dogs easier than ground beef for some reason. But I mean, I even ate the bread too. So
Yeah, that's
I ate real slow. So I put my ketchup, my mustard, my pickle relish. Keaton and them do pickles. I love pickle relish, the dill pickle relish. And then I put that cheese dip on the top of that. It was so good. So that's what was for supper. But here I was. I grabbed Little Debbie, and then I grabbed the candy corn on my way down the aisle. And then what else? Oh, I got to the deli part, Kroger's Deli, and there's like a box of cookies, and they're like $3 and something, but they're bakery made, from there. They're the turtle kind. They're like chocolate with some walnut and caramel.
Oh, that sounds so good.
And it was like eating brownies. I ate the whole box while I was watching, because I came home and rested yesterday. I fixed me a cup of coffee when I got home from the grocery store and I had to lay down. I turned on my movie. I had me a cup of coffee and I ate that whole box. And I know people will say, "Well, that's why you're fat." I could cut out my sweets, but and I should have just ate one. I will have to say that I should have just ate one.
Is
But
Casey doing Porch Church today?
he is still asleep. He was hurting so bad yesterday.
You're hurting so bad today.
Oh, can you tell?
Yes, I can.
Oh, okay.
That's why I was like, I don't know how much longer. I'm thinking in my head, I don't know how much longer that you're going to be able to stay in that chair.
I'm going to roll up this thing and put it in my back. So Casey has had this headache, and I know it's got to be allergies, you guys. So that was another thing I grabbed. I grabbed 2 things of ibuprofen. See, I take Motrin, not Mobic. So Mobic is, the doctor said, better than the way I was taking ibuprofen 4 times a day.
Mm-hmm.
I take 1 Mobic. So I stopped and got 2 bottles. I mean, I also went down the aisle, and as I was going down the aisle, I said, whoop, ibuprofen, grabbed it, put it in the buggy. And so, no, he slept yesterday. Once he got him something for his headache, he had a headache so bad, you guys, his eye, he showed me his mom. My eye, look, I have a busted blood vein in my eye.
Oh my goodness.
And I told him, I said, wait.
I don't think you have to worry about it, Pat.
Oh, no, Pat. You talking about saying the word sub? Somebody said they looked that up, and if that's what it was, you don't have to worry about that. What I do on some people's thing is I'll say, I sent you some, and I put all one word, sub love. That's what I put, one word, sub love. Well, good. I'm reading that. But I explained to Casey, I said, because he does smoke and he goes out on front porch. I said, the pollen count, babe, is all the way over in the red, as far almost as high as it can be right now. And I said, allergies affect you in all different ways.
Bye, Leticia. Get you some breakfast.
Misha, it's a myth. Are you talking about the myth of like
The sub thing?
about the autistic children not wanting to be touched? But yeah, so I'm not gonna bother him. He's still in there asleep.
Yeah.
He told me yesterday after I got off air, he said, Mom, didn't even go to bed till 3 o'clock. He said, my head hurts so bad. Oh, the YouTube thing, yeah. Darlene, I'm gonna tell you, I was hurting so bad down at my mom's when I did spend the night with my oldest sister and my aunt. And there's a picture out there on Facebook. And sometimes it pops back up, and I might repost it today. It was me, my oldest sister, and my aunt, which is like my oldest sister. She's 10 years older than me, and I loved it. And we were all in bed, and we took a selfie, and I was hurting and had forgot my medicine. So my mom, she believes in BC or goody powders. Goody powders. I don't see how she has a stomach, but smoking beer and goody powders. And the woman is still going. And so anyway, I took me a goody powder, and I don't take it. I mean, I'm weird. I like the taste of goody powders. I used to like the taste of plain aspirin. I would chew them up because I like the taste of them.
You.
I know I'm weird, but yeah, I would do goody powder, in the pack, and and then
I
I
have
would
to do that one pill that I take from my doctor. I have to dissolve it under my tongue morning and night. Oh, that is the worst.
now.
Denise does the same thing. Goes to the store hungry. She wants sweets. Yep.
But I was, by the time I went around the grocery store, and I was hurting so bad, and then I had to get the sugar I had to get was on the lower cabinet. It was on the lower thing. So I have to turn around to where my back is propped to the cabinet things in the store, and I have to lower myself down and reach over to get a thing of sugar. And that's how I have to get things off the bottom shelf, or I ask for help.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, Darlene, caffeine doesn't bother me. I can drink coffee and go to sleep. That's how much.
I can too.
And I used to, when my daughter, when it would be that time of the month, you know, I learned, because one time I was looking at the ingredients in my doll, and I'm like, I think it was Tylenol or aspirin based. And then it was like caffeine, because people would take it like in the meal. When I worked in the meal, the men would go get the whatever they had for that, because it would help them to speed up a little bit, you know, wake them up a little bit. So when I was looking at the ingredients, non-drowsy, I'm like, wait a minute. So all I have to do basically is drink me some hot coffee and take me some BC powder or something like that. And that's all it is. So that's what I started telling my daughter. I said, no, take you some aspirin, or some Tylenol, and drink you some hot coffee. I said, because basically that's all that's in the pampering and the darn my doll.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I used to crave, but back in the day when I used to get a period, oh man, I used to crave the chocolate. Woo.
And you know, I wonder if, you know, sometimes they say your mind will still be set for that time, that you'll have these certain cravings at a certain time. But look, I feel cheated, you guys, because I always thought my lower back problems was because of that. So then I did have a cyst on my ovary on my left side. So I'm like, okay, I'll quit hurting. Well, guess what? I still hurt in the same spot. Yes, and a mild muscle relaxer.
Mm-hmm.
But I still hurt in that same spot that I've been complaining about since I know I was 30. And that's what I thought it was. But nope. Isn't it weird how you can keep complaining, and then after I had all that mess taken out, I'm like, wait a minute. And I'm blunt with those doctors that I had or still have. I said, look, I had my junk taken out. Why am I still hurting in this same spot?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what spot is it? And, you know, sometimes they do a x-ray, or they won't.
Yeah.
And see, Denise, I don't, stuff like that, I can't really take, because that's also blood thinner. It can thin your blood. And I don't see how my mom she has to have a cast iron stomach. She's taken those as far back as I can remember. And I'm not even going to throw my birthday out there anymore, because I say it all the time. Me and Traci, Oh, we'll say our birthday all the time. All
Yeah.
right, you guys, tomorrow is Crazy Hat Day. Oh, yesterday I did take some more stuff from the kitchen and put it up in the craft room. And I'm looking around, and today, other than my easel that, let me see. Oh, other than my easel, whoop, 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 that has the little,
Little
said
bit weird.
wrong way, little but fierce from the Dollar Tree. Other than this, and this is going to somebody. That was my thing I did last Tuesday for art therapy. Um, I want my easel to. If this small easel will stay in the kitchen, but I am going to put stuff in my art room today and work on my hat. And I think I'm gonna make myself go in there and work on it. I'll get out. I have an ironing board. Oh, see, Denise, she likes taste of aspirin too. We're weird. That's okay. We're weird. He does wear glasses some, but Casey, he's always had pretty good eyesight, and he's got some glasses. But you're right. Um, that I'm going to go in there and create my monster piece. I better not have thrown away what I was going to use, but I'm going to get the ironing board out. So that way I have a workspace that I can raise or, adjust. And that was the whole thing. Casey wanted to throw it away. I said no. And I gave him a reason, a practical reason for it. And he agreed. So it's on my wall. No big deal to get it out. And I might fix my phone a certain way so it can kind of, I don't know. I want to be able to show how I make it. Well, I know Lynn, and I've told him we would get up the money for him to go to the doctor. We would, and that is just stress too. Stress.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna let Traci get to her beans, and I am going to put the laptop in that room in there.
Okie doke.
So I can either listen to praise music or turn on Netflix. I've been watching that. It's got a lot of ugly language in it. And I think it caused me a lot of anxieties. The reason I couldn't sleep a few nights. 13 Reasons Why. It's on Netflix. And it's where a girl left 13 tapes of why she committed suicide.
Mm-hmm.
And it's easier for me to watch now than it was at the very beginning. So anyway, I might put that on, or I'll see who's live. Somebody might be live, and
Okay.
And Traci, when you get a chance, jump around to some of these create,
Definitely will.
and you're gonna be pleasantly surprised. So anyway, I love you guys. I love Traci.
Love you.
And we will see you guys for Fun Friday Hat Day in the morning.
Woo!
Woo-hoo.